What's up, chat? Welcome to the Big FX channel, right? It's a Tuesday. You guys already know. We have what fundamentals in like crazy, top notch high, fundamentals which are for the GBP, which is unemployment and employment change, right? Which I am anticipating personally to be with unemployment to be as previous, because the consensus is 5.1. It should be either as expected or worse than expected, with the information out now with unemployment and the GDP, the data we are getting for February, it's already kind of like telling us that now we're kind of like, heading into that red zone, right? But yeah, let's see, things might change, but I am expecting personally, for the news to be either as expected or worse than expected, which will be out in some few hours, right? I will be kind of like share my screen with you to kind of like share my anticipation with you for uh today. What I'm expecting Gbpjpy to kind of like head, as well as UJ. I'll be sharing my screen with you guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button so anytime I drop a new video, you'll be the first person to tap into the knowledge. And yeah, let's help grow the channel. We are sitting at 80 subscribers, guys. Guys, subscribe. What are you doing? Subscribe. Right. Let's get into the chat. Guys, this is my screen. This is my Gbpjpy screen. You can see that we broke through this area of interest to the upside, which was yesterday. Right. We broke above it, right, and price came back to this zone, right, hovering around it at this point, right, and just broke through, this Asian section, broke below the area of interest, broke below the zone, right. So what am I looking for now? I'm looking for a pullback to this, you know, area of interest, back to the area of interest, back to the zone, right, maybe a retouch of this trend line, a third touch, and we could sell to the downside, right. Things I'm just looking out for on what DJ, we also have what the unemployment news, fundamental coming out, which is expected to be you know which is expected to be 5.1 as previous or lower than that, or worse than expected, right? So let's see how it goes, right? That's what I'm looking at for on what that's what I'm looking out for on the GBPJPY, right? That's what I'm looking out for on the GBPJPY. Right, let's go. Let's head on to the USDJPY. Yeah, you can see with UJ, right? UJ has been moving kind of like, this ascending channel, right? I would want to call it a wedge, but for now let's call it no, let's name it a channel because it has given us, this wide gap, touches this space, and just broke through, came to this area of interest, and is now relaxing, or just sitting on this zone, right? You guys can see for yourself, right? Just sitting on it, right? So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I'm not right now currently, I'm not seeing anything that's gonna make me buy UJ right now, right? The because of the ranging, how the market has been consolidating lately, you might just take a trade and you just get like, stopped out. I want kind of like, a clear structural market with the higher highs, higher lows, lower highs. So I'll be able to take, uh high probability setups, right? So yes guys, that's what I'm looking out for. This is with UJ2, right? So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. All right. Then you guys had it, you guys. So I'm anticipating with GBPJPY. Sorry guys. Expecting the pullback into that zone of interest. Probably that trend line touch before. Or kind of like look at selling. GJ, right? Because it's kind of like, had been ranging, giving us that tick, 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 tick yesterday. right? Kind of like, high volatility in the market, right? But this Asian session just came like sharp, giving us that drops, that massive drops, right? So yeah, I'm looking at a pull back into the zone, and hopefully the trend line touch so that we can sell to the downside, right? With UJ, you can see I'm not expecting much, with how UJ is kind of like, sitting. I told you guys I'm expecting, like a structural market, if it's a lower, if it's giving lower lows, lower highs, so that I'll be able to take high probability setups, and if it is what in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, right? Yes, so you saw what I'm anticipating, with the market, especially with Gbpjpy, and I'll be updating you guys with whatever goes down, the outcome, the results, right? So yes, if you found this content helpful, the thumbs up button, and yeah, subscribe, because I'll be updating you guys. I'll drop any video, so anytime I drop it, you get notified, so you can tap into the knowledge and learn one or two and add it to what your arsenal. It's been love since day one. I appreciate your time. You staying out here. I really appreciate it. Peace out. Bless up.